Please be advised that viewer discretion is strongly recommended. None of the content presented here has been exaggerated or taken out of context. These are the exact statements made by the prosecution team, defense team, and the finale of Agent Joseph Cerciello, a Homeland Security agent's testimony against Diddy. Some words have been censored to comply with YouTube's guidelines. What you are about to hear is a voiced-over reading of testimony in the Sean Diddy Combs trial. Source: Courtroom reporter at Inner City Press on X.com. All parties are presumed innocent until proven guilty. Listen at your own discretion. Agent Joseph Cerciello takes the stand and continues his testimony from yesterday. This flight,
to and from Las Vegas to Van Nuys, Paul Arthur on the flight.
And these messages,
Puff, Christina Coram, and someone named Annika.
Let's listen to Mr. Combs' 5 audio messages. Please put on the headphones. At this point, the public couldn't hear the recording. What's this? GX1406, page 1. Were there explicit videos cited in this chart? What do they show?
7 explicit videos.
Is there one woman in them?
Jane. Also, I recognize Cabral and Sean Combs.
And other men?
Yes.
Other men?
Yes.
Let's play some videos, with attorney's screens off. Can we go to the 5-minute mark? Looking at row 16, does it also have an explicit video?
Yes.
Play it and then take it down. Okay, let's now go to a chart. 1408. Who are the names?
Jane, Jonathan Perez, Trump International Hotel.
What is the address listed?
1 Central Park West, Manhattan.
For 7Y-120, what is the room number? Whose name is on the American Express bill?
Sean Combs.
What was the cost for this stay?
$2,890.
Who paid for Jane's travel?
Bad boy.
And who paid for Cabral's travel?
Jane.
And what is this?
A wire from Sean Combs to Jane for $5,000.
Does Robin Greenhill write, "Please send $5,000 to Jane's true name"?
Yes.
And who is being paid for here?
Brendan Paul, Cabral Williams, and Jane. With the American Express, Jessica Ruiz, OPCO, LLC.
Agent, do you recognize this? Oh, it has Jane's information in it. We need to keep the public screens off. Please walk us through the columns of this chart.
It has to and from and the content, the source of the information.
What's this?
Jane to Sean Combs asking, should we have Jess look into flights?
Let's look at the exhibit. Public screen is off. Is this from Mr. Combs to Jane? He asks, "Tell me when you can come." She says, "Night." Then what?
Jane writes, "I'm not coming to New York. I feel disrespected. You just want me for a hotel binge." Then she writes, "I don't want to be used and locked in a room to fulfill your fantasies." Sean Combs says, "That was podcast talk."
Then what?
Jane writes, "I don't want to feel obligated to perform these nights for you for fear of losing the roof over my head."
How does Mr. Combs respond?
He writes, "Girl, stop." Then some audio messages are sent.
What does Jane send to Combs?
A photo. Then Jane asks, "I didn't have time to bring the heels if someone can get them."
What does Combs text Jane here?
He asks, "Movie or entertainment tonight? Let me know if hotel is needed."
How are the participants here?
Fahim and Brendan Paul. About after the show, Jane is in town. Room at Trump. Man down.
At this point, they decide to take a break, and then they continue. What does Fahim text to Jonathan?
We on the way up in the elevator with Jane.
What is this?
A Trump International Hotel record.
What does Frank Rodriguez text to Fahim?
Bring Gucci bag.
What does Jane text to Cabral Williams?
Would you like to come to NYC?
What does Fahim text to Jane?
We'll come with the cash. Then Jane to Cabral Williams. Just need your DOB and driver's license number.
Then Jane send a message to Cabral. How much time before he says, "Can come up in a sec"?
About 10 hours.
Let's go to page 71, line 770.
Text to Brendan Paul about sending out a nurse and bag.
What does Brendan Paul text?
All IVs would be the same.
You read Mr. Combs, I'll read Ms. Coram. Defense lawyer reads as Coram.
You can't just leave like that lit after partying and not tell anyone. That is when bad shit happens. You know that.
Agent Cerciello reads as Combs.
Did you get the drip?
Chelsea will move to the house once Jane leaves. Options were here were Mandarin and another, King Room for now.
I need to get her a suite. Keep her at the Edition.
What's this?
Financial record notes. Jane to Cabral Williams. Slide Diddler.
Play Combs' voice message to Paul Arthur.
Hit me up when you close.
What does Jane text to Cabral?
So horny to see you.
Then what does Jane text?
Travel agent finally woke up. You're coming.
What's this number?
Jessica Ruiz.
Play Combs' message to Coram.
Hey KK, we need more baby oil. 20 bottles in this
Play Mr. Combs's voice messages.
Hey Jess, I need to get in from Atlanta to here. Let me know. Hit me up.
Does Cabral Williams send his date of birthday, and Jane sent it to Combs, then Combs to Ruiz?
Yes, then Ruiz books it.
What does KK text to Combs?
I ordered the fruit plates. I'll have to bring your phone to you.
Play the message from Combs to KK.
I have to run out of town real quick, like family emergency, know what I'm saying?
What does Courtroom say?
She says, suggest you say something came up and not lie about leaving town. I think she'll want to hear from you directly. You could suggest dinner tomorrow.
What's this?
Judo to Sean Combs.
Play Combs' message.
I need 5 more bottles of each so I don't have to ask nobody. And my Apple TV since I'm staying here.
He has asked from lattes and vegetable soup.
Can security bring me 5,000? And anything else y'all think I might need? And Chalice, I'm gonna keep calling y'all unless you think of everything I'm gonna need.
What is texted to Fahim?
Taking 5,000 to him now.
What does Jessica Ruiz text to Sean Combs?
Had to change drivers. Then Jane texted to Cabral Williams.
What are the next 4 videos?
Explicit videos. About 45 minutes later. Then JP Morgan to Arthur Fitness. $1,000.
What is Jane sent to Mr. Combs?
I'm heading there. We'll let you know when I'm 5 minutes away. Paul coming up.
Line 337. Walk us through.
The London Hotel in LA, room 229, in the name of Chavez, with damage.
Line 340.
Check-in record for the London Hotel.
Play the voice message.
Should I book the room? It's a yes or no answer. Thumbs up or thumbs down.
What does Jane respond?
I need to shop to celebrate.
Line 350.
Who texts Jane?
Courtroom asking for Jane's account information. She says, Bank of America and an account number. She writes, want to send one of the guys here to drop everything off?
And Combs says,
No, I don't want them to know.
play Combs' audio message to Jane.
I sent you 15K, baby girl.
What does Combs text to Paul Arthur?
You in LA? He says yes. Then Emma hit you later.
Play Combs' voice message.
You want to meet up 9:45? Can you get 5,000 for Fahim?
What does Combs text to Jane?
Paul gonna meet us at 9:30.
Play Combs to Frank Rodriguez.
Frank, make sure that room is set up right.
What does Rodriguez write?
Medical grade K, MDMA.
What does Jane text to Cabral?
To call Rodriguez.
What does Rodriguez text to Combs?
A photo and message. This is all they got left of the blues.
I'll read Jane, you read Combs. As Jane.
It's been 3 years of me having to fuck strangers. I can't be in another hotel room performing for days.
Let me make love to you.
Spend the day with Gina. I'm not trying to fuck strangers. You want to have me suck some dick so you can jet off with Gina.
Are you going to let me in our house? 5 times.
I just put my child to bed.
Who texts Combs the next day?
Gina.
Then what does Combs text to Jane?
He texts, I'm horny as fuck with numerous C's.
And who is Combs texting with?
A man named Rico Love.
What does Jane text Combs?
Baby, I'm here.
What does Combs text to Rico?
L'Hermitage, let me know when you're there.
Yo, what's the name and room number?
What does Combs text to Rico?
Room is Paul.
I'll read Jane, you read Mr. Combs. As Jane.
Make sure not to make me feel high and dry. Put something in my account.
Hey, how are you?
Was that 3 days later?
Yes, then record 3000 JP Morgan.
Who texts Jonathan Perez?
Courtroom says, heads up PD going to guest house?
Turn off the public screen.
What do they say the fight is about?
Her being jealous and yelling at him?
What's this?
Jane and Anton.
On June 20th, who does Jane call?
Jamel Douglas, aka Anton.
What was sent to Fahim?
Banking coordinator will pick up the cash, $5,000 for you, $15,000 for PD.
What injuries are on Jane Dash? At that point, the defense objected, but it was sustained. Was this video found on Jane's iCloud?
Yes.
No further questions. Now they begin the cross-examination on Agent Cerciello.
Agent Cerciello, this exhibit shows expenses paid for Sean Combs. This is an account from QuickBooks. In an evidence of caution, let's turn off the public screen. Let's look 7 lines down. JetBlue, LA, agency fee, other, AR receipt, Sean Combs. Do you see that?
Yes.
Let's look at line 9. JFK to LAX, account of Jessica Ruiz CD Opco LLC, right?
Right?
When you did the chart, you saw only the American Express records.
I saw what was presented to me.
This is another chart that you reviewed. Let's go to page 15, row 39. You listed the lawsuit Ventura vs. Combs and Combs' IG video. Do you see this month-to-month lease in Jane's true name? Have you ever seen this exhibit?
I have not.
Turn the public screens back on. Here we saw Combs saying, "Damn, wish you were here," right?
Yes.
Here Jane writes, "I'm home for you," and "put in deep in me." These next two pages are not in your chart, are they?
No, I don't think so.
She writes, "Having wine miss you." That's not included.
It is not.
She write, "I have some here, but mostly black dominatrix style, right?"
Yes.
I'm going to bring up DX3328 under seal, page 17. Messages between Jane and Cabral. Jane writes, "I might have some time off." Jane writes, "Hey cutie, how are you?" And he writes, "Just back from cooking for a brunch. I'm one of a kind, baby." She writes back, "LOL, these pics. Okay, if I fly you out, I'm so horny, I need you. I'm myself, Oren, right?"
Yes.
The messages you reviewed omitted emojis, right?
I'm not sure.
Jane writes, "See you soon" with kiss face emoji, then heart eye emojis. He, Cabral Sly, writes, "Me too," also with emojis, right?
Yes.
Now turn off the attorney screens too. Do you see the metadata?
Yes.
Test the headphones to make sure they work. Here's piano music. Now play the video. Keep the public screen off. Pull up DX3328. Jane messages Cabral. What does he respond?
He texts, "I'm just chilling in Houston waiting for my flight."
Jane writes, "Want to come to Miami? I have a small free window emoji." Jane writes, "Oh Sly, thank you for making me feel so beautiful."
He writes, "You called me by my government name." I said, "Whoa, things getting personal now."
Jane writes, "I'm traveling. Maybe you can come too. PCR test needed." Jane writes, "Wait, you have a passport, right? Oh, then don't worry about the PCR test. Your Honor, this is a good
And
place
that
to
was it
stop.
for
It's
today's
3 p.m.
testimonies in the Diddy trial. Another critical day in this high-stakes case. Here's what's coming up next. Tomorrow, the cross-examination will continue, followed by a long break for the Rule 29 motion, where Diddy's legal team will argue that the case should be dismissed before the defense is required to present. If the judge denies that motion, the defense is expected to begin presenting its case later the same day. Then comes closing arguments, which are scheduled for Thursday, and the judge has already hinted court could run late into the evening to finish them. On Friday, the jury will receive final instructions, and then deliberations will begin, meaning we could get a verdict as early as this weekend. If you want to stay up to date with every key moment, be sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss a thing. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next update.